everyone, my name is Rachel Angeline. Today I would like to present my interpretation and analysis in film. And I choose a horror film titled Kuasa Gelap that is released in October 3rd, 2024. And yeah, let's get started. This film is tell about a young priest, or Romo, we call it Romo in Indonesia, named Thomas. He is one quit his job because he is sad after losing his mother and sister at the same time. Yeah, his mother and sister is passed away at the same time. However, he must help another priest before he is quit. Romo, the name is Romorendra, to save a girl named Kayla. Romorendra is a senior Romo, and yeah, he is asked Romo Thomas to help Kayla. Kayla is possessed by a demon that knows everyone's secret, and yeah, use our secret to make our feels like, oh my god, I have a sin, I have a secret or something like that. The demon is use our weakness. So yeah, this film tells a dark story about power and how people can be weak. It shows how a person can change after getting bad power and for bad ambition from dark forces. In the beginning, the story feels real because it's talk about everyday's problem. Our everydays and daily problems as like normal problems. As we can see, this is when the Thomas says and prays, aku tidak bisa lagi melihat Tuhan dalam pekerjaanku, karena setiap kali aku berdoa yang kudengar hanya sunyi. And this is maybe we feel it every day. Sometimes we feel when we pray, but bad things still happen in our life. We feel like God doesn't hear our pray, and this is still relate with this film and our life. But as the story goes on, it becomes more intense. The movie has a clear message. Getting power in the wrong way will bring a bad result for everyone, not just for us. But this film is interesting because even though this film is supernatural story, it actually reflects very human problems and still relatable with our life, such as ambition, power, and moral weakness. First, I would like to briefly explain the story. And the film centers on Kayla, a young woman who lives a difficult life. She faces financial problems, social pressure, and emotional loneliness. Because of this, she feels powerless and desperate. At the beginning of the film, Kayla is shown as a normal, kind person and like a normal young person. But she is tired of being weak and always losing in his life and her life. One day, Kayla meets Dara, a mysterious woman who introduces her to dark supernatural power. Dara promised that this power will help Kayla to gain control over her life and solve her problem. At first, Kayla is afraid, but she is also curious. Eventually, she accepts the power because she is believed that it is the only way to escape her problems. And at the beginning, Kayla issues the power in a limited way. She uses it to protect herself and to get revenge on people who have treated her badly. In this early scene, her action still seems understandable. The audience may even feel sympathy for her because has been hurt so much. However, as the story continues, Kyla slowly changes. Leads to the main theme of the films, which is the danger of the power driven by unhealthy ambition. Kyla does not want the power because she is evil. She wants it because she feels weak and ignored, but once she experiences how powerful she is, she begins to desire more. She no longer wants just safety. She wants control over others. The power is become something she cannot give up. The turning point is when Kyla chooses to harm innocent people in order to keep her dark power. At this moment, she is clearly crosses a moral line. She is no longer just a victim of her situation. She becomes someone who creates suffering for others. Now let's look at her character development. At the beginning of the film, Kyla still has a strong conscience. She feels afraid and guilty when she uses the power. She hesitates before making dangerous choices. Her facial expression and emotional reaction show that she knows what is she doing is wrong. And but as she keeps using the power, she changes. She becomes more confident, colder, and more aggressive. She starts to enjoy the fear and she creates in other people. Eventually, she no longer feels guilty when hurting others. And this is show how power slowly destroys her humanity and moral values. The supporting characters also help strengthen the message of the film. One important character is Arman, Kyla's close friend. Arman represents morality and reason. He repeatedly warns Kyla that her actions are dangerous and wrong. This is a wrong way to show the power because this is overuse. However, Kyla ignores him because she is too obsessed with her power. Another important character is Mira, Kyla's younger sister. Mira becomes one of the victims of Kyla's ambition. Her suffering shows that the misuse of power does not only affect the person who has it, but also the people closest to him, to the closest to her, around her, and through these characters, the film shows the social issues of abuse of power. Kyla uses her supernatural abilities to threaten the control others. People obey her not just because they respect her, but because they are afraid of this power of the power. And this reflects real life situation when people in authority misuse their power to control and manipulate others. The film also represents another important social issue, which is moral decline. Kyla does not just become evil suddenly. She slowly changes. Because at first she tries to justify her action by saying they are necessary. Over time, She becomes comfortable doing cruel things. This shows that repeated wrong choices can slowly destroy a personality sense of right and wrong. Fear also plays a very important role in this Quasagalap film. Kyla uses fear as a tool. Others' character remain silent even when they know something is wrong because they are afraid of what will happen to them. This shows how fear allows injustice to grow and prevents people from standing up for what is right. So in conclusion, Kuasa Gelap is not just about story about supernatural power or it is a reflection of real human behavior. Through Kyla's journey, the film shows how ambition, power, and fear can change a person and destroy their morality. The films remind us that true strength does not come from controlling others, but from making ethical and responsible choices.